Hi everyone, welcome to Gutentea. I am your host Ozan and I'm so glad you're here. Today I am going to share with you the 6 game-changing shifts every woman in midlife should take to reclaim her mental and physical well-being starting today. I would like to share a little bit of my journey with you. I had a myomectomy. Well, of course, because I had fibroids. Yeah. And I was bleeding, having symptoms of lots of bleeding, low hemoglobin, having symptoms as if like I was going to have a heart attack to the point where it was so bad I took myself to the emergency room, and the doctor said to me, I have some good news and bad news. What do you want first? I said, give me the good news first. And she said, you're not having a heart attack, but your hemoglobin is so low that you need a blood transfusion. Of course, I didn't want to take it. I said, I don't want a blood transfusion. But of course, I could walk out or choose it. I chose it. I took it because I chose, life. After that incident, that's when I sat with my doctor. I said we had to do something. So I had a myomectomy. He did say to me, my OBGYN at the time, that they may come back, but I did not realize they would come back less than 9 months later. They did. And they came back almost as big as they were before. So he said you could have another myomectomy or you could have a hysterectomy. I said, absolutely not. I'm not having another myomectomy. So I elected the hysterectomy to find out that I wasn't ready. It took me 9 years. There were many reasons why I was not ready, and I will tell you later another time. But within the 9 years, I went through a lot of symptoms and the bleeding at one time that I was bleeding so much that I thought I was going to pass out. So it's that time that I called them. I said, okay, we have to do this. And we did. Right after the hysterectomy, probably 5 months later, I started having severe symptoms, menopausal symptoms, hot flashes, night sweats. They were bad. I would be drenching in sweats at church, at work, walking down the street, and wherever I was. And I would wake up in the middle of the night, had to change my sheets, my bed sheets, at least twice during the night. I was miserable. And then came the symptoms of depression, irritability, mood swings, brain fog, fatigue, lack of motivation, sleep disturbances, also caused by the hot flashes and night sweats. Although I was not clinically depressed, but you couldn't have told me that. I was miserable. I suffered alone. And I have never seen that in my life. My sister didn't have them. My mom did not have the symptoms. I don't know anyone with those symptoms. Nobody I've never seen walking around drenching in sweats like that. So I talked to my doctor. He suggested hormone therapy. But I had another problem. I have very lumpy breasts, especially the right one. The right one, every mammogram is followed by a sonogram, followed by a biopsy, because there is something, they saw something. So I didn't want to complicate things. I decided to suffer because I didn't want to be dealing with any other thing like breast cancer or anything like that. So I was reading an article that was talking about how to minimize menopausal symptoms without hormone therapy. And I said, oh, that's me. And it talks about food, exercise. Well, I said, well, I'm eating healthy. I am exercising. Going deeper, I find out, oh, okay, that's what I needed to do. And I went on that journey. It was not easy because you know that the food we eat, because of our culture, ethnic group, environment, our likes and dislikes, they are very difficult to change. But I thought, nothing good or worthwhile is never easy. I have nothing to lose. Started with the complex carbohydrate, include the ones that I wasn't eating, take out the ones that were not in the group, like the quinoa, the lentils, the legume. There's a long list. You can go and look for yourself. The fruit that are rich in fiber. You have your lean protein. There's a long also list to choose from. Your fish, your chicken breast, your Greek yogurt without sugar, tofu, beans, lentils, powdered peanut butter, eggs, and so forth. Your healthy fats, your salmon, your chia, flax seeds for omega-3, nuts, avocado, and so forth. And of course, there are some people who would say, I don't like fish. If you don't like fish, find something else in the same category. My sister, for example, cannot have avocado because it makes her very nauseous. Find something in the same category. She did. Always consult with your doctor if you suffer from any diseases like diabetes, kidney disease, heart disease, if you have a gluten intolerance, if you have any type of allergies, please contact your doctor and cater your diet to your needs. I also always encourage my clients to have a consultation with a dietitian or a nutritionist, whichever the insurance plan covers. Especially if you have underlying conditions. The more you know about the food that you put into your body, the better. And some clients will come to me and say, well, I can't afford it. Most of the time they can. They just haven't deemed it important enough. We can afford it. Because of the way we eat and diet, changing our diet is not easy. I also encourage people to start slow until you realize, oh my goodness, I'm eating way more nutritious food than I thought I was eating. Because our jobs, lifestyle, busy schedule, food availability, readiness, they don't make it easy for us to eat the way we want to eat. You know, it is possible. You can do it. It requires you to be ready to change, be motivated, and make a commitment. Set a day. At times, could be next week on Monday, I'm starting. Find a day that is less stressful for you. A day that you don't have a lot going on that you can go grocery shopping. Because eating healthy supports bone health, regulates blood sugar, reduces inflammation, and supports mood and cognitive clarity. So it's worth it. The second thing we can do to reclaim physical and well-being is to exercise. The thing is that almost all of us are doing some type of exercise. But what is important in this is the weight bearing and the strength training exercises that you have to include. If you were walking before, keep walking because walking is very important for you. It reduces anxiety and depression. If you were swimming, keep doing it. Playing tennis, playing volleyball, basketball, dancing, continue. But add those weight-bearing strength training like yoga, balance, mobility exercising, Pilates, lifting weight 2 to 3 times a week. It's help maintain bone density, reduce fall risk, and also support cardiovascular health. Of course, again, if you suffer from any back pain, arthritis, any conditions, consult your doctor. For me, because I suffer from back pain, I choose my exercises very carefully, my yoga, leg work, planks, lifting weights while I'm lying down on a yoga mat, on my back. They are way gentler for me. So choose them carefully because you don't want to hurt yourself. The third most important thing is mindfulness exercises. That was game-changing for me because it wasn't anything that I've ever considered before. I was never exposed to it. Of course, I was exposed to exercises. I was physical exercises. I was exposed to eating somewhat healthy, but I've never considered mindfulness exercises. It's made such a big change in my life because what happened, most of us, we think, all of us, we think, oh, we can go from our chaotic day straight to bed and we'll be able to sleep. Or we can function at our highest by not taking time to decompress from the daily stresses that we experience. For example, a 5-minute meditation. Oh, I also used to think you have to do an hour meditation. No, you do not. You can set your phone for a 5-minute meditation, a 10-minute gentle yoga, 2 sound bath. That's another discovery of mine, because I have a mind that is always going. When I'm doing yoga or meditation, I'm always thinking about something. Or is the phone ringing? Is my bell ringing? Or is my son calling? Or do I need to pay a bill? Or what am I going to cook today? Sound bath eliminates about 70 to 80% of those thoughts. You can also do it to your favorite soft music. That is fine. Take a 10-minute walk to nature after work or before bed. Take time to do some deep breaths. Take a bath. Read a book. All those will sustain your mental and emotional well-being. They will support sleep and regulate your mood as well. By the way, I also encourage my clients to do mindfulness exercises before work, because it helps set you for the day, successful for the day. If you deal with clients, customers, if you work in a hospital, whatever you do, it helps prepare you mentally to start your day. Also encourage my clients to take a few minutes midday to take some deep breaths, go for a walk, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Some will tell me they don't have the time, but when I ask them how long is the break, it's an hour. You don't eat for an hour. You eat for 15 minutes. Take some time. Go for a walk. You don't have to sit inside a building that you have been the whole day. Then when you come back, you will be better. You'll be better not only for yourself, be better for the people that you are dealing with. They will be easier to deal with. And the fourth thing that we need to do is to consume plenty of fluid. I cannot stress that enough. I think you all know that. I knew that too. But was I doing it? Not all the time. I don't drink coffee, but some people think they can get up in the morning after they sweat all night and about 8-9 hours sleep, they haven't consumed any water, and then they drink a cup of coffee. It's almost like saying, well, let me dehydrate myself more. It's not the intention, but that's what they are doing. Fluid consumption becomes very important as estrogen declines, especially for those of us who are sweating all night. The benefits of fluid intake throughout the day are endless. Please try to include that. For me, I don't like to drink water in the morning. Well, I like it. It makes me nauseous if I just get up and start drinking water. I have to either squeeze a lemon into it or I warm it up gently, and so it doesn't make me nauseous. So do whatever that you have to do to make sure it becomes bearable for you. The fifth thing is to implement a sleep schedule. It is very common for women in midlife to suffer from sleep disturbances because our body is going through so many changes. Again, the hot flashes, the night sweats, the stress from the day that we have not decompressed from. We find out we go to sleep and we toss and turn. We cannot sleep because we did not decompress. We did not limit our caffeine or alcohol intake in the evening. We didn't go for a short walk. We didn't do any gentle stretches or taking a bath or read a book. We were on the phone a minute before we turn off our light. We have to decompress. We have to take time. A lot of us think we can go to sleep at any time, 9, 10, 11, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. It doesn't work for most. So implementing a sleep schedule really helps us to have a good night's sleep. The number 6 thing is find somebody to talk to. We have so much in our plates. We've gone to so many issues and traumas and in childhood, adulthoods, marriages and divorces and physical health, mental health issues, kids with disability, us probably with disability, loved ones, taking care of elder adults, elderly parents, grief, death. It's a lot. Now we go into menopause, hot flashes, night sweats, irritability, all this. Finding someone to talk to becomes very important in our lives, especially as our bodies are changing. So we can at least go through those changes as healthy as possible. Somebody will not judge us. Somebody will not think something is wrong with us when, in fact, it looks like something is wrong with us, but it's not. We're just changing too many things. So find someone to talk to. You will never regret it. And by the way, I may say, if you go and find a therapist and you guys didn't click, it's okay too. Find somebody else. I mean, I go to so many different, sometimes, people in my life. If I find a therapist, I don't like it, I find somebody else. Or I go to a doctor, I didn't like the way he or she talks to me, and I find somebody else. So find a different one. The most important thing is that to start somewhere. Even when it's not perfect. We are not looking for perfection, we're looking for action. Take the first step. Have grace on yourself. Because we have a tendency to be kind and gentle and have grace on other people, but not on ourselves. If you make a mistake, it's okay to start over the next day. If you didn't eat perfectly today, it's okay. There is another day. There are times I don't eat perfectly either because I didn't have the things that I need. Or my avocados, or I run out. Or I run out of certain things that I usually eat. Then give yourself a chance to go to the grocery store the next day to pack your cupboard. It's okay to have grace on yourself. We have to love ourselves, treat ourselves with a little bit more kindness each day, each time. There are times I travel, I can't find the food that I used to eat either, especially when I go to Europe. I can't find a sweet potato. Sweet potato, remember, is not grown there. Fish, you have to call in advance. And we are not the kind of people who call in advance. We don't reserve. We just go, oh, this is where we're going to stop today. That's where we're going to eat. And usually it is very hard. If I eat something that is not on my list, it's okay. I'm not going to eat it in 3 or 4 months again. It's not going to hurt you one day. I would love to hear whether this conversation resonates with you. Please join the mailing list below and share your experience with me. If you want to support this show, please write a review. It's very helpful in getting new people to discover the show. I am counting on you. May something here meet you where you are today and walk with you for a little while. And wherever you are, whenever you carry, may this space remind you that renewal is possible and you are not walking alone. Until next time.